Shanti. Eternal Self is completely pure. Thoughts are pure. Intellect is pure. But it is necessary to go in natural silence, deep silence. So if there is any kind of heaviness, any thoughts from the past, or concerns even of one's own efforts, I go in deep silence just to experience my purity, my innocence, and love for Baba. And make this moment as the new beginning. Create new understanding. Just see it as the beginning. In silence, I look at Baba. And just be the true self. Be free from the thoughts of my part. As I take Drishti from Baba, I merge in Baba's personality of the Lord of Innocence. And I take blessings of honest mind, pure and clean intellect, to understand Baba, understand the call of the time, and be in the bodiless that is going beyond the body, awareness of one, and stay very, very close to Almighty Baba. I stay in the company of one who is ever pure. And there is experience of lightness, and soul feels very joyful. This lightness and cheerfulness is my angelic stage. No one, nothing can touch angel. There is love, closeness, still untouched by any type of attachment. This closeness to Baba give the experience of being complete, close, and equal to Baba. Go beyond embodiless, angelic stage, but also be a karma yogi, follow Baba's Srimad as much I follow Srimad of Baba. Whatever directions I follow based on Srimad, I can use power to discern and to decide for this task of establishment. Following Srimad helps me to be very honest, very clear, and very truthful. Keep my intellect with Baba and experience all relationships with Baba. Not only experience, but practically in life, feel the sustenance. Baba is the one who sustains me, and I'm under the canopy of Baba's Drishti. Baba, as eternal bodiless being, is in the angelic form, giving Drishti to us.
संगम युग में प्यारे बाबा, संगम युग में प्यारे बाबा, हमें आपसे बेहद प्यार मिला, हमें आपसे बेहद प्यार मिला।
वरदान देने की विधि है। जो भी आत्मा संबंध में आए उनको अपने स्थिति के वायुमंडल द्वारा और अपने वृत्ति के वाइब्रेशन द्वारा सहयोग देना, अर्थात वरदान देना। कैसी भी आत्मा हो, गाली देने वाली भी हो, निंदा करने ऐसी आत्मा को भी गुणदान या सहनशीलता की शक्ति का वरदान दो। अगर कोई क्रोध अग्नि में जलता हुआ आपके सामने आए तो आग में तेल डालेंगे या पानी डालेंगे? क्या करेंगे? पानी डालेंगे ना, कि थोड़ा छींटा तेल का भी डाल देंगे? अगर क्रोधी के आगे आपने मुख से क्रोध नहीं किया, मुख से तो शांत रहे, लेकिन आंखों द्वारा, चेहरे द्वारा क्रोध की भावना रखी तो भी चीटे डाले, तेल के चीटे डाले। क्रोधी आत्मा परवश है। रहम के शीतल जल द्वारा वरदान दो। तो ऐसे वरदानी बनी हो। अच्छा,
Om Shanti. Increase your account of accumulation. Make a saving scheme. The awareness of being an instrument, being humble, having good wishes, and soul conscious love. The golden key with which to very easily accumulate is, at the time of serving, have the awareness of being an instrument and have the consciousness of being humble, have good wishes and soul conscious love. When you do service by being stable in this consciousness, you will easily be able to fulfill the desires of souls. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today's day 3. Increase your account of accumulation. Make a saving scheme. Today's topic, the awareness of being an instrument, being humble, having good wishes, and soul conscious love. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Yes, well, okay. Everyone looks well, full of enthusiasm, right? This month is the month Baba wants us to accumulate the treasures in so many different ways. we heard about through thoughts, words, through body actions. And today Baba is talking about the feelings. Because of body consciousness, we are sensitive to everything. And being sensitive, sometimes our inner feelings are not very stable. But what Baba says, we are at service. And when we are at service, then we need to have our feelings full of not only purity, but many, many qualities. And Baba is calling it golden key for accumulation is to have our inner feelings filled with so many things Baba is telling us today. Baba said then real service will happen and many, many souls will be touched. So one is to do through actions and our duties, our responsibility. So first Baba saying is you are just an instrument. And it's not I decided. Baba gave me some seva, some service. So I need always think I am instrument. Because suddenly either ego or lack of self-respect are two main causes of forgetting that if I am instrument, I need to be humble. Because that's the quality which really attracts people, that you all are so humble. So first is this feelings of instrument. So to maintain this awareness, to maintain these feelings that I am just instrument. And it's true, if Baba wouldn't give me this service, I won't be able to do it. Actually, it is Baba's power. Baba's love help us to continue in our service. So this whole feeling of instrument is one thing, but in Hindi, it's a very beautiful word, and that is nimit. And nimit really means that you have been given an assignment and you must perform it with dignity, with love, with self-respect. And there is nothing like I and my in that. I did it, I do it, I want to do it. All these thoughts doesn't come. So it's very interesting to reflect on what will be really truly the feelings of what kind of feeling? Feelings of being an instrument. And secondly, Baba was saying is the feelings to be very humble. Our Brahma Baba, such a big personality, both ways, in Lokik also, spiritually also, was the highest personality. But Baba was so humble, so respectful with everyone, whether they are children, they are mothers, sisters, or brothers. And that is why you know that Baba, all the, in the end after Murli, will always say salutations or namaste. And namaste is really like, I bow to you. So when I saw myself, Baba was so humble, so humble. And that's really anyone who came, Even Lokik people came. They were surprised. There's such a big personality, but there is so much humility. Because always Baba saw himself as the instrument. So even little bit ego, I, mine, this, that, that's not true service also. Lot of people are affected by this. So it's a very, very important that we should have this feeling of that I am the instrument, so I should be humble. And with that, being humble, you will always have very pure feelings, good feelings, auspicious feelings towards everyone. Otherwise, the vibrations, if our feelings are not pure of love, of respect, of donating the virtues, very, very, always very pure and auspicious feelings towards each other are very important. So that's another. And then Baba said the feelings of soul conscious love. Because every soul has eternal and original qualities. Sometimes we pick up the old sanskars and we start reacting, responding based on old sanskar. But Baba said no. What children should have soul conscious love. Because every soul is loveful, is peaceful, is blissful. But as I said, the old sanskars emerge very quickly. Some say why they emerge? Because we don't practice enough. We don't create practice and emerge our eternal sanskars or original sanskar of being a deity. Because we don't practice, then naturally old sanskars are strong and those sanskars just emerge. So practice is important. And then the change will happen. Nature will be more of original soul conscious love. Because Baba was saying that if your stage is based on these feelings, then you can fulfill the feelings of what they really want to experience. Anyone, all of us are at service of God. So being at service of God, what everyone expects from us. Someone who comes loveful, want to experience God's love. So what they will do? They expect that from us, right? But if we are not able to respond with those feelings, we are not serving, right? So all these four qualities are very important for two reasons. One is to accumulate. Otherwise, generally, we do something good, we earn, and then we do something which is not right. So it won't accumulate. No? Plus and minus again, plus and minus. But if you want plus, plus, right, accumulation, we have to make sure that we practice enough. And in practical, then I could accumulate. These days in universities also, every 3 months they have examination. And then annually they calculate whole year's result. Before used to be half year, I remember. But now it's quarterly. But we have to look at not only every 3 months, it could be not only for a day, but every hour. Sometimes within 1 hour, we gain and lose, right? So that stability of stage and to be consistent and based on that ascending or accumulation may not be much. So fluctuation, as Baba says, going up and down, is very, very deeply connected with how I am in soul conscious love. What's the percentage of my humility? How much constantly my feelings are benevolent or loveful, pure, auspicious. So all these 4 points, I think we had been doing it, but it's each one of us has to see how much consistent, how much stable. Because Maya comes in a very subtle way to check out. We might say a person is not a person. I always remember when somebody will go to Dadi Gulzar and talk about someone's sanskar, Dadi Gulzar will say, if you didn't have sanskar, you won't react, you won't feel bad. So it's not someone else's sanskar, but it's your own sanskar. And that's where this example of anger. I got angry because you said it, you did it, you are like that. So you're not using my sanskar, using your own sanskar. No? And as soon as you realize, then you have to use power to face, power to tolerate, power to adjust. You have to use all the powers. And as much we use the powers, first thing is our nature will change. Secondly, that will help other souls also. If someone notices you are more loveful, you are more tolerant, naturally you are donating a virtue, right? And that will help other souls. And that's the true service, right? So it's so interesting homework. See, that's why we get the point, right? Pay attention, practice, do your homework so that you find that there is a change which is more not temporary, change which is consistent. You have to just look inside. Why I did it, why I responded, what's the sanskar there. and then transform it. So practice, come in practical, and bring transformation. Om Shanti. Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti.
The awareness of being an instrument, being humble, having good wishes, and soul conscious love. The golden key with which to very easily accumulate is, at the time of serving, have the awareness of being an instrument and have the consciousness of being humble, have good wishes and soul conscious love. When you do service by being stable in this consciousness, you will easily be able to fulfill the desires of souls. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Avekti Parivar. So tomorrow is Saturday and our schedule Amritwela from 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Meditation will start at 6 a.m. followed by Hindi Avekti Murli from 7 to 8:30 a.m. And then tomorrow is Saturday, so we'll be having Avekti children class from 1:30 to 3 p.m. and then Avekti youth class from 3 to 4 p.m. Then evening meditation will start at 6 p.m. followed by Hindi series, meditation commentary by Didi, English series and Avekti journey. Shantis. Now let's start our Avekti journey. Welcome to Avekti journey. Avekti Murlis from 1969, inspiring us to change from Brahmin to angel.
July 23rd, 1969. Om Shanti Avyakt Bap Dada Madhuban. The basis of success is the power of discrimination. You must have heard a lot in the bhatti. It isn't that because you have heard a lot, it is difficult to stabilize yourself in the point form. The weakness of not being able to stabilize yourself in the point form is that the first lesson is not firm. You should experience yourself to be a bodiless soul whilst performing actions. This practice throughout the day is very much needed. You have to be detached from practical matters and then come into action. The more experience you have of this, the more you will stabilize yourself in the point form. However, not so much attention is being paid to this. You say that you don't have the time, but you can make the time. If you have the aim, then just as when someone has to go somewhere for a special task, he pays special attention to make the time for it. This is the one special task for the short time of the confluence age that remains. If you consider it to be a special task and make the time in between, it can be possible. But because you don't have this practice, Your time passes in just thinking about it. If you pay attention, then as are your circumstances, accordingly, you can increase this practice. All of you are weak in this practice. In fact, it is not difficult to stabilize yourself in the form of a point. Practice becoming detached. The point form is of being detached anyway. It is incorporeal and detached. When you stabilize yourself in the stage of being incorporeal and detached, you will have the experience of the point form. Whilst walking and moving around, you will be able to experience the angelic stage. Your practice will become such that you will be able to remain in the avyak stage whenever you wish. You will then be able to fill yourself with a lot of power in just 1 second's experience. And you will also experience the powers of applying a brake and steering. To experience the point form is not difficult. It is just thoughts that bring you down. If you have the power to apply a brake to your thoughts, you will be able to remain in the avyak stage for a longer period. You have to consider yourself a soul and remain stable in that stage. When you stabilize yourself in your original stage, you will then experience your virtues. You are able to experience the virtues of a place that you visit against your conscious wish. When you visit a cool place, then even if you don't want to, you experience the coolness of that place. This is the same. Soul consciousness means remembrance of the Father. It is not possible for there not to be Baba's remembrance in soul consciousness. Just as Bab and Dada are not separate, in the same way, a soul conscious intellect that has faith is not separate from Baba's remembrance. Can you not stabilize yourself in the point form in 1 second? If you were all told to practice that drill now, would you be able to do it? When you stabilize yourself in the point form, firstly, there is the experience of the point form, and you also experience the original virtues of the soul. Practice this also, because there is now very little time and you have a lot of work to do. At the moment, you take a lot of time to do a little work. As you progress further, such a time will come that the lives of all of you will become very busy, and it will be as if you have very little time. You will experience the day and night to be like 2 hours. From now on, practice doing a lot of work in a short time. It is a great power to be able to use your time in a worthwhile way. Just as it is not good to waste your energy, neither is it good to waste your time. The subjects of each of you will be revealed. When your subjects are revealed, your status will also be revealed. Each one's subjects and bhagats will be revealed. Before your future status is revealed, the memorial of the form of success in service will be revealed. The future status will then be revealed. Such a time will come when you will not be able to earn an income for yourself, but you will become very busy for others. Now, there is very little time for your own income, so you will earn your own income through serving others. Now, take the maximum benefit from the little time that remains. Otherwise, you will remember this time. Therefore, whatever you are like, whatever stage you have reached, the circumstances are not going to change. Do not think that you will earn an income when there aren't so many difficulties. They will adopt an even larger form day by day. But even whilst being in these situations, your stage needs to be very strong. This is why you have to pay attention to the time. Acha, Baba has told you about the crown of responsibility. So what is the throne? The throne of humility. When you sit on it, you will be able to do all your work accurately. The Shakti army was given the throne of remaining constant, and the Pandavas were given the throne of being humble. Be seated on the throne, and by wearing the crown of further responsibility, create your future status. Do not come down from this throne. If you do your task while sitting on the throne, the task will be successful. Look at the whole day. What are the 4 things that are always with you? Baba is asking you about common physical things. Firstly, you have to have a chair with you. Secondly, a pen. Thirdly, a file. And fourthly, all the running around that you do. Change all of these 4 things from lokik into alokik. When you sit on a chair, remember the throne. When you pick up a pen, kalam, remember the lotus flower, kamal. Use the pen whilst being a lotus flower. When you see the file, remember your account. What would Bap Dada be signing in my file now? And the running around is going up and down the ladder. Have this practice, and you will be able to stabilize your intellect wherever you wish. Just as you are able to direct your feet wherever you want, in the same way, your intellect will become like your feet. Now, you have to transform the intellect from thinking of lokik into alokik. Then there will be transformation in your stage also. What is the speciality of the jewels in this gathering? One is that all of you are loving. And secondly, the majority of you have a surrendered intellect. Thirdly, you remain ready for service all the time. This is why you are ever ready. To be continued. Om Shanti. increase your account of accumulation. Make a saving scheme. The awareness of being an instrument, being humble, having good wishes, and soul-conscious love. The golden key with which to very easily accumulate is, at the time of serving, have the awareness of being an instrument and have the consciousness of being humble. Have good wishes and soul-conscious love. When you do service by being stable in this consciousness, you will easily be able to fulfill the desires of souls.
जमा का खाता बढ़ाओ, बचत की स्कीम बनाओ, निमित्त भाव की स्मृति और निर्माण भाव, शुभ भाव और आत्मिक स्नेह का भाव। जमा का खाता बहुत सहज बढ़ाने की गोल्डन चाबी है। सेवा करने के समय अपने अंदर निमित्त भाव की स्मृति और निर्माण भाव, शुभ भाव, आत्मिक स्नेह का भाव हो। अगर इस भाव की स्थिति में स्थित होकर सेवा करते हो तो सहज इससे आत्माओं की भावनाएं पूर्ण हो जाती हैं। ओम शांति।